So it is the hottest that it's been all summer here this week. And it got me thinking about what kind of projects I make in the summer. Now, I know most of you have probably thought about this like in the winter and you're like a season ahead, but that is never going to be me. And so I thought we should talk about some summer knitting patterns today. Hello and welcome back to the Knit Life Oils YouTube channel. So I've been thinking about patterns that I like to knit in the summer. And so I thought that I would share some of those with you. And now some of these are things I like to wear in the summer, and some of them are things that I like to make in the summer because they're easy and you can bring them along and they're happy and they make me think of summer, or they're pretty colors or something. So yeah, and one of the reasons I do this is so Flock Fiber Festival started like 3 years ago. This is the third year. And I had to like start finding things to wear to it because I'm really excited about the cardigan that I'm making for Rhinebeck, which is in October. However, I cannot wear the 7 skein cardigan to Flock because it's 100 degrees outside. So that's not going to work very well. So I'm going to show you these. Some I have pictures of, some I have already made, some are still ideas, but one of the things I was going to say is that I'm going to focus mostly on the patterns for this video more than the yarn. So I'm going to put the links to all of the patterns in the caption of this video. So the first one, these are the jelly roll socks. So I sent out an email with these in them, and I got the most responses to this one for sure. So jelly rolls have a double cuff on the top, which I think is really fun, and they're really fun to make. And then they have slip stitches for the heels, and then they have a slip stitch section in the middle, and they're shorties, so they go really fast. I'm also thinking of doing a version of these for Sock Week next week in this rainbow yarn I have, but I'm not sure if I want to split up the rainbow with the solid mini that came with it, so we'll see. I also really want to do a folded cuff, which, speaking of, is in the next pattern. So my friend Mackenzie just came out with the daily socks pattern, and it has some adaptable things, and one of the things I really like is the folded cuff. Now, I'm not sure that if I like making the folded cuff or I like wearing the folded cuff. I actually just really like the way it looks. It's really pretty. So that is one of the options in the daily socks pattern, and you can do it long or short, or kind of do whatever, but I really like the folded cuff for short socks. I don't think I've ever done them for tall socks, but that's okay. So then pattern number 3 is my cuff down sock pattern. So it's just simple, basic, easy, and you can customize it. It's really great if it's your first sock and you just want to learn the method. I start with a cabled cast on, then go to ribbing, and then make the leg. You can make the leg shorter if you want. I usually do 6 inches or so. And then a heel flap and gusset, and then do the foot and then the toe. Okay, so those are the sock patterns. I'm going to get progressively bigger now. And let's look at some cowls. So this is one I really like to make in the summer, just because it's easy to bring with me and it makes me happy because I usually make it in happy colors. So this is called Heart Warmer, and it has 6 different, is it 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6. I only did 5 because I like bobbles. But it has 6 different stitch patterns, and they kind of have different sections. And for this one, I changed the color because it's a mini skein set with the section of stitching. So each section is a different stitch and a different mini skein color, which I think worked out beautifully, but it's easy to bring along, and it has different stitches throughout so you don't get bored and you just kind of keep moving. So pattern number 5 is called San Mateo, and this is really funny because I was going through my stuff and I was like, okay, which patterns do I want to share? What do I want to show? And this pattern is like the quintessential summer pattern. So it is a cowl, a double wrap cowl, but look at this stitch pattern. So you kind of like slip the yarn in front of other stitches and then it has these holes. So this one I made in yarn, I got a really long time ago, but it has cashmere and it's kind of fuzzy. And so it's just super lightweight. And I've made this in a lot of other yarns and it works out great in any fingering weight yarn, but I really like it in the fuzzy drapey yarn. So speaking of, maybe I should use one of my other fuzzy drapey yarns and make another one because it works out so beautifully and it makes me think of summer every time. So that is San Mateo. So now we're going to do some shawls. Oh, that's the thing I forgot to grab. This one. So, good thing it's not too far away. So this is the, I'm going to butcher the name, okay? Just don't fault me for it. Okay, so this is the Paris Toujours shawl. That's not how you say that at all, but I did not take French in high school, so I don't have any of the pronunciation. So, ooh, that looks really cool. Look at that. So this is a kind of a back burner project at the moment because I have a bunch of other things and this one doesn't have a deadline. But this has a really nice, so it starts small and then it's going to get way bigger and I have 2 skeins for it. So it will be pretty large in the end, but it has a really cool little lace like motif to it, which makes it great for summer because it's easy to do and you can take with you and it makes it look lacy and warm, I guess. Yeah. So, have you seen the Macy bag that's back in stock too? Look, and it matches. Of course, because everything needs to match. Okay, so, let's see. Oh, Go With the Flow is one that I haven't made yet, but I'm going to make. Here, I can show you what I'm going to make it in. I'm going to make it in this. Got a little weird when I wound it, apparently. And we lost the end, but we'll fix that later. So this is from Little Wing Fibers. This is called DNA from her BTS collection. And I'm hoping to make this and wear it to Flock, which is in 22 days, I just read on somebody's thing. It's fine. I just have to finish a tank top, fix another tank top by doing surgery, and knit a shawl. What could possibly go wrong? So that's Go With the Flow. And then this is called the Millie Margaret shawl. I like this because it's not too thick, so it's really like a kind of lightweight shape, I would say. And it's really easy to make. It starts with like a small number of stitches, ends with a small number of stitches, and you increase and then knit straight and then decrease. And it has this fun little stitch pattern in the middle. That is not the right side. Try this side. So it has this little fun stitch pattern in the middle, and then the rest is just garter stitch. And I really like the rainbow yarn in it. Okay, this is a bigger shawl pattern, but it has lots of lace to it, yarn overs, and it kind of ends up pretty drapey in the end, so it kind of bounces. And it uses 10, is it 8? 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It uses 8 mini skeins. You might be able to do more. I think I might have had big mini skeins. So it has mini skeins and then a full skein. So it kind of works out nicely to use up some different things. And I kind of liked that this had a full skein with it, so you kind of get to offset from all the mini skeins. So now we're gonna do tank tops. Well, I guess that one's a tank top too. So pattern 9 is the Ripple Bralette. So it's super easy to make. It's from Jessie May, and it's all ribbing, and it has straps. I haven't quite mastered how to wear it yet because it's made of yarn, obviously, so it doesn't have tons of structure. But it's fun to make and easy, quick. I think I only used 1 skein. Maybe it was more than that, but I feel like it was only 1 skein. So super easy, perfect for summer. and all of those things. So this is I guess that was pattern 10. That was pattern 10? Okay. So this is pattern 11 because I can count today. So this is the Aket tank top. I think it's just called Aket actually. So this is the top I made for Flock last year. I really like the shape of this and wearing it, and it fits really nicely. The only thing I don't like is the neckline. It gets too wide too fast, and I knew this when I was doing it. The decreases are on every row instead of every other row, and that's what I have to do surgery on to fix before I wear this to Flock. So it's fine. We just need to fix it. But I like that it's a little bit structured, but not too structured. I also love seed stitch. So the bottom of this is seed stitch, and so are the little panels on the side. And that kind of makes them cinch in when you're wearing it, and that makes for some really awesome shaping. So the last pattern is the tank top pattern that I am working on now, and everyone has been excited about how pretty this pattern is. So let me make sure it's the right way. This way. Okay. So this is the Hope top, and it has these really cute little cables on all of the edges at the top, so the front and the back necklines, and then it also has them on the armholes. I want to call them shoulders, but they're armholes, and you can kind of see them there. They'll lay flatter once I block it. The pattern doesn't have it at the bottom, which made me really sad, so I'm going to figure out how to add it to the bottom. Hopefully, I think I have a way to do it in my head. I'm going to hope that it works and I don't have to make it up even more than I already am. So this is what I'm wearing to Flock. This yarn is Rainbows and Airwaves from Bad Sheep, and these two together have just been a dream. So I can't wait to finish this and wear it, and that is the perfect ending for my summer pattern roundup. And that is what I'm going to be wearing at Flock this year, and all of those things. So I hope that was helpful and gave you some super fun ideas, and happy summer knitting, and I will talk to you soon.